you got the sample, the clap loop, the kick, and the snare, and that sounds like this. Added some various crash sounds throughout, reverse crash to kind of build up every 8 bars. I found a tambourine loop and some ride sounds that I went ahead and added to the mix. Tambourine just kind of give it a little more movement, and just some other various sounds. I would say I have probably 10 different percussive tracks from the crash, ride, hi-hats, tambourines, you know, a couple different hi-hat tracks. So I got into Omnisphere and found some good synths that I could layer together and kind of get some nice bass sounds from. And so this is kind of what the synth bass line sounds like soloed out. Okay, and then I always go ahead and get into the synth when I bring the hook in. I basically am using the same melody there. I just got 2 synths that are in a higher octave. So this is kind of what it will sound like as it transitions into the chorus. And just to spice it up a little bit more, I went back to the sample, put a higher threshold on the filter, and found some additional vocal samples and some other little instrumental stabs that kind of, you know, just help spice the track up a little bit more. I'll play you a few of those sounds. So that was a vocal sample, a single vocal sample that I hitched and manipulated just to make it match the melody of the synth that I bring in for the chorus. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it's definitely, it blends in well with the synth, but it wasn't, you know, all those notes were not in the sample. I actually took a single vocal stab and kind of, you know, pitch shifted them to make that melody work. This is a vocal run that I really loved in the sample that I ended up adding for the chorus. And so when you kind of combine all that stuff together, I'm going to play like the end of the verse with that transition into the chorus and let you hear how it all kind of sounds together. So the last couple things that I added were the transitional sounds, which I'm a fan of in pretty much all of the tracks, whether it's just chimes or some other type of risers or whatever. So I've got a number, I think I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different transitional sounds. So basically I have 2 transitional sounds that are stacked and that are layered every 8 bars, so they alternate every 8 bars, and then I've got another one, basically every 4 bars you've got a new transitional stack. So the first one is going to sound like this, and then this is what the other 3 transitional sound stack sounds like. And then the very final thing that I did, is you probably heard in the track before, was that little scratch. That was a little pre-existing, you know, loop and a sound pack that I had, and I kind of time stretched it a little bit just to make sure that it synced up with the BPM. This is actually 80 BPM on this track. It sounds like this. Other than the final effects, mix down and arrangement, those are pretty much all the elements that went into it. Something just a little bit different than, you know, traditional soul track or something that I might create, but I like a lot of different types of music, and when I'm going through samples, for me it's kind of refreshing just to experiment, listen to some different stuff, and try some stuff out. In this case, I didn't even know that this sample was going to work out the way that it did, and I just kind of threw it in and started working with it, and I think it turned out pretty dope for what it is. So anyway guys, hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comments below. You can connect me on Facebook. Other than that, expect more videos dropping soon, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Custom.